A big hello and a warm welcome to all of you amazing and beautiful people out there. Welcome to my channel, the Twinflame Union. In this channeling session, I would be talking about a divine masculine. This divine masculine is obviously projecting for others. From the human design perspective, he could be a projector. So in future, he would be, should be. We don't know if he chooses that path or not, but he should be able to influence other masculines to believe in unconditional love. At this point in time, the energy is such that this person is actually realizing from matrix reality experience that most successful people around him, materialistically successful people, are very miserable. This lesson was already learned by the feminine counterpart, and with the use of or with the technique of opposite polarity, which is seen, not used, seen in different timelines. So there are some lessons that will coincide, and there are some lessons that will happen in one person's life first, and then it will happen in other person's life first. So the feminine has already learned or seen this or felt this pain or this sadness, because in some cases, in many cases, the feminines are also monads over here. So the age, experience and many such things are also important. So she has already learned this in her world, in her reality, how most successful people who are very wealthy or who are very popular or who seem to be having everything like big cars, this, that, how unhappy they are. Alright, how unhappy they are, how miserable they are. Now it is his turn to figure this thing out. And what he is observing is actually breaking his heart, because he had put in a lot of effort in becoming successful, materialistically successful. And he literally gave, it's like giving final shot for something. Now, even though the masculine in this case could be slightly younger or a lot younger, maybe 10 years or 15 years. Today in India, there was this huge Bollywood actor. Once upon a time, he used to be a big star. Obviously, now he's old. Today, at the age of 98, he passed away. His name is Dilip Kumar. So I'm just bringing in this reference because he was married to someone who was 22 years younger to him. So when he was 44, he married another actress who was 22 years old. Okay? And many people told them at that time that this is a huge age gap. First of all, the actor that I'm talking about, he used to look really young. If you Google the pictures, you'll be very surprised to see that at the age of 44 also he looked like, any 25 or maybe someone who's in their late 20s or early 30s type of a person. That too because we knew his age, or we know his age. And his wife, so despite the age gap, and back in those days, this is like really few decades back. Back in those days, many people told them that this cannot work out. She's too young for you. Because, these concepts have always been doing the rounds. It totally depends on the individual what they think about it. As much as he was in love with her, she was also in love with him. When I was reading about their love story, she was in love with him since she was a child. Because he was obviously an actor and known face. She was really young when she fell in love with him, and she had no way, there was no way that she could meet him at that point in time when she was a child. There was no way that she could have met him or she could have married him. But after so many years, when she turned 22, and before that also, it was not like they saw each other and they fell in love instantly. He was already married to someone. He had a divorce. He also had some difficult marriage situation. And then they came together. So I really found their love story to be very interesting. And that's why I felt like sharing it here. Now, in this case, it is the opposite actually. It is the masculine who seems to be younger, and the feminine seems to be the monad in this case. So the masculine is feeling this really, he's feeling very heartbroken because he wasted a lot of time, and now he is feeling a lot of regret also because the feminine had told him that let's do this, let's do that. They probably had some plans, and he refused to believe her, and he also refused to think that she could be right or her plans could actually work in life, in general. Because she was like, we can open up a small business, or we can live in a nice place, we can do our mission work from there, and we can do this and we can do that, and most importantly, we'll be together. So there was a lot of excitement in her. And maybe in many cases, the plan was also executed to a certain percentage. But he backed down, he backed away, he did not fulfill his commitment. He ran away or whatever he did. Even if some of them are still in communication, maybe these two came together for a project or some kind of collaboration, despite knowing each other, despite liking each other. And the masculine did not fulfill his word or his commitment. And I've told you guys in the last previous channeling also, I think I mentioned this, that the masculines are supposed to learn the importance of commitment on this planet big time. A toxic masculine makes many commitments and never fulfills it. If he fulfills anything, it has to be because of his selfish need, something he wants in return. So he will make it look like that he is fulfilling a commitment. The commitment that he fulfills is basically not a commitment. It's he pretends that this is a commitment, and then he would do it. So he wants something in return. In true love, you don't want something in return. You don't want sexuality or money or some kind of opportunity. You just simply love that person and you support that person. And he obviously could see that the feminine's idea or her plan is very good. It will be good, it will be beneficial for people. But he thought that, okay, what will I get in return? What is my benefit in it? And because of this type of selfish thinking, the masculine also suffers a lot. It's not like he doesn't suffer and he doesn't get punished for it. He gets punished for it. But in some cases, they still take time to learn this lesson on planet Earth, that when you make a commitment, it could be small commitment, it could be big commitment, it does not matter. You will make sure that you put in all your heart and soul and everything you can to fulfill it. That itself gives you a lot of energy, power, strength in the long run. Maybe during the time when you're fulfilling that commitment, some people try to stop you, they say mean things to you. In the mission work, this happens a lot. There are feminines who connect with me for readings and for therapies because they have a mission. And while they're fulfilling their mission, they face so many problems. And they don't feel like going back to the past life or the previous life before the mission work was started or realized. They know that the mission work has helped them grow many folds in this journey and help them to get a 5D union. So why let it go? But there are so many things happening on earth, and the inner work has to be very stable. So if some kind of attack is made, some dark energy attack, or someone tries to pull the feminine down or her mission down, that is the time she has to fight it out any which way with the help of source, right? But for the masculine who basically duped the feminine, or who made the false commitment, in his head or in his mind, he always was thinking that she will give me something. In many cases, it was sexuality. So he played a game with her, game of, telling her that, yeah, we'll do this together, we'll do that together. Like I said, it could be a project, it could be a collaboration, it could be a mission, it could be a business, a joint business, anything. So he had something in his mind going on. He wanted some benefit. And when he felt that this benefit is not coming to him, it might not come to him, whatever he's planning, or maybe in the process his ego was hurt. Because the feminine, she said something straightforwardly, that is their nature. straightforwardly, or she spoke some truth which was bitter, like a bitter pill. He swallowed it somehow, but he could not take it in, so he threw it out. And that obviously will put him in loss. That is his loss. If he doesn't take the medicine, even if it's bitter or not, doesn't matter, it's the medicine. If he doesn't take it, throws it out, spits it out, he won't heal, he won't recover. So she gave him that medicine, but he did not take it. And as a result, he did not fulfill his commitment also, because he took it also. For some people, I see that this is more like he took it for granted, or he saw it as something very small. He did not see the potential in it. Even that is related to selfishness, because she wanted it so badly, she really liked it, she wanted to do it. He could see that her heart and soul is into it. And if you love a person and you see that this is coming from their heart and soul, you would never want to stop it. If you really love them, you would do everything to support them. It's not costing you anything to support someone. But the masculine did not do that. Even though he could see that this is her only thing, this is what she enjoys the most, and this is the subject of our interest. It could be anything. But I'm not going to do it. And this is a mistake also, because he feels that without her she can't do it. And the feminine can do it any which way. She doesn't need anyone, to be honest. She can fight her own battles. She can do everything. Everything is possible for the feminine. She is the one who has to awaken the masculine. So she already knew that the world is a miserable place, and especially those who wear the mask of being successful, wealthy, successful, famous, by her own experience, childhood experience, she figured it out. So she did tell him all this, that this is not the real deal. Get out of it. Do something authentic, do something real. Like, obviously you can't leave Earth and move to Jupiter, right? You would still be doing earthly things, but there's a way of doing things. If you do it with greed, if you do it with lust, greed, all these 7 sins combined or individually, then you're never going to be doing it in the right way, the proper way, in the humane way. And that's what she wanted to do. She wanted to spread love. And he didn't want to spread love. He just wanted the love for himself. And that too, not in the love form, but in the lust form. And lust, it's not necessarily its only sexual relationship. Lust is, ego massage is also lust. Like, keep praising me, keep saying nice things to me, don't say anything against me. Always be available for me. You don't have your own life. You got to be a doormat. You got to be a mat under my feet. That type of importance he wanted. Like, she should always be around me. She should be like a slave. So this doesn't work. And now, after all this while, he is realizing his mistake, and he's feeling actually more than a mistake. It's in this session, I feel that he's not even right now too concerned about the feminine. It's just an individual journey. In the individual journey, in his own experiences, through his own heartbreaks, through his own trials and tribulations, he feels that this world is a nasty place and everybody is so selfish. People use him, people backstab him, people fool him, even when he thought that he was extra smart or he knew everything. And then after all this hard work and after all the effort, in some cases they might also be successful. They could have started a project, they could have started some kind of work, and it reaches to a point that other people would say that, yeah, it is a success. But despite all that success, the masculine feels very miserable. And in some cases, he is looking at other people, who claim to be very successful, but in their secret chambers or in front of other people who are close to them, they don't display the same attributes. So he learns. Or secondly, he learns because he himself tries out something. He feels materialistically it has gained momentum or it is successful. But as an individual, as a person, he is very sad. He is very upset. He is not happy. He is not enjoying. He is not celebrating. Maybe some other people around him are celebrating, but he is not celebrating. Maybe it was some numbers he wanted to achieve. And by hook or by crook, it's very easy to achieve these numbers by hook or by crook. He achieved those numbers. And after achieving those numbers, he feels, I feel more hollow within me. And there are certain things that make him happy. Certain things during this process, he finds that they actually give him real peace, real comfort, real joy, real love, unconditional love. And then he remembers, he reminisces, he thinks about the feminine, who is also doing something similar, or maybe he got inspired by her. Initially, he was not willing to believe her, but when he does it by himself on his own, he figures out that, yeah, this is so peaceful, this is so full of humanity, full of love. I must do this, I must continue this, and I must be a responsible person. Now he really wants to take the responsibility. Now he really wants to make the commitment. So here he is fondly thinking about the feminine, that she was right. It was me who was very upset about certain things and was not able to get it done. Here the feminine energy is also kind of thankful to the masculine for certain things, because logically he was able to pull off certain things, and being emotional, she did not see those things at that time. Especially getting things done on your own. So she awakened that masculine energy within her, and she got certain things done, and then she thought of him. Like, yeah, he was also like this, independent and all that, especially when it came to 3D stuff. Now she talks to 3D people, but she has very limited conversation with them. Very less energy exchange, you would say, very less. And very carefully she would talk to them, because she knows that this is not her area of work. This is her area of work in the sense you get the platform here, but actually you have to work from your heart, from your soul, and basically from the third chakra. Third chakra is what the feminines need to unblock and heal fully, awaken if they want success in the twin flame journey. For the twin flame journey, the third chakra is the most important chakra. I know some people have said it is the sacral chakra. Even I have said that sacral chakra healing is very important, but that depends on what stage you are in. If you are in the runner-chaser dynamic, then the sacral chakra needs healing. But if you are in the surrender stage, illumination, harmonization, then your third chakra is very, very, very important, because it is the one chakra that can awaken and unblock all the other chakras, because it doesn't work in linear fashion. It works both ways. So the third chakra can heal the chakras which are below and also the chakras which are above. Okay? And this again happens with the grace of the Guru. So I would be closing this channeling session here, and I would like to conclude and say that the masculine is actually learning a very key lesson of this twin flame ascension journey. The three-dimensional world is an illusion. It's an illusion. Alright? And what we are here to do, every single person out here is creating a world of their own. And in their own world, everything is happening in a different way. So you are the creator of your own world. And you create with God, with the help of God, with Source. When you are not with Source, you are creating with the help of ego. Or you are creating with the help of devil, because devil is coming from ego. And God is the being, the consciousness. So thank you so much for being here with me. One love and peace out.